Welcome back to this week's video. If I look a little tired, it's because I was very busy this week wallpapering. My god, we have done a lot so far in Lily's bedroom. I'm not going to stall the ball. I'm going to get straight into this week's video. Here's the next part of what I got up to in Lily's bedroom. Hello, it is day one. I'm going around wallpapering, but I want to show you my new crafty pen. So I'm sick of wrecking like leggings and stuff when I'm painting and in the garden. So I've wanted a pair of like crafty pants. That's what I'm calling them. Yeah, I just wanted something that had lots of pockets, and my possession of pockets right now is immense. Now I picked these up on sale. I don't think I would buy these full price because they are kind of spendy. Sorry, my phone. And then I show you. So I got these dungarees. I feel like I'm 12 again. I think I had a pair of dungarees when I was 12. They're that brand Dickies. They're like a workwear brand. But look, we've got lots of pockets. I've already got my blade in here. I have pockets. My bum doesn't fall out when I bend over when I'm going to do some wallpapering. And I went for the shorts version because you know I don't be liking wearing the full length pants. Got myself, oh, there's something in my shoe. I know, there's something in my shoe and it hurts. I got them on sale. I originally bought a small. What was I thinking? These are large, so they're bigger on top, but they fit me on the bottom. That's always my problem. There is a brand called, I think it's Lucy and Yak. I hope I'm saying that right, or that is the brand's name. And they do like dungarees. The only thing with them dungarees is they seem like the material is quite thin, but I seen them on a girl when I was in London and I loved them, but the material looked a bit thin, whereas I love how this is lovely, thick material. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent because I'm procrastinating because I know I have to wallpaper 4 walls, and one of the walls has a curved arch window. So I need to stop showing off me crafty pants and go and wallpaper this wall. Okay, let's get cracking with the wallpaper. And some of the tools that I have is a sharp scissors, a sponge that I will have damp, and I have a large brush that I'm going to be using to paste the wall. The wallpaper that I'm using is Laura Ashley. I know, my niece has great taste, expensive taste. And this is a paste the wall paper. So I'll be pasting the wall and then sticking the paper on. Some wallpapers you paste the paper and then you stick it on, but this is paste the wall. After getting the first piece on nice and perfect, I also started in the corner in case I made a mistake because this is less likely to be seen. But thankfully I got a good first try. So for this second piece, I didn't paste the wall first. We popped up the piece of paper and pattern matched it, and then you'll see we scored it with our fingers, and then we cut it roughly to size, but we left excess on the top and the bottom. Then I pasted the wall and I put the wallpaper onto the wall. I used a damp sponge to smooth out any bubbles or anything underneath. And then I used a sharp scissors to cut the score line that I had made. And then I just gave it one final last rub with the damp sponge before moving on to the next piece. And we did it the same way all the way around. So we pattern matched it, roughly cut it to size, then we pasted the wall and stuck it on. Siobhan made a really good point that if I pasted the wall and then put the piece up and roughly cut it, and if I needed to take it down and cut it on the floor, especially when we were doing the edging and we had to cut the side, there would have been wallpaper paste everywhere. So I didn't think of that. So thankfully Nanny Siobhan, she's much smarter and more experienced when it comes to doing wallpapering. when it came to doing the edges where I needed to cut the size, so we did the same thing where we did the length and we just roughly cut it to size. And then I scored a line down the side and I measured it out just to see how much I needed to take off. Then we took the piece, put it on the floor, folded the line and then cut it, and then we stuck it up onto the wall. So those little corner niggly pieces, they might seem a bit overwhelming, but if you just take your time to measure how much you need to take off, you'll get it right the first time. Not including tea breaks, I'd say it took us about 4 hours to do this. So definitely if you're doing it, have a helper. And we used 3 rolls. So to do all of the walls, bar just behind the door, we used 3 rolls, and that includes all of the pattern matching. So the thing that was keeping me up all night dreading this job was doing the arched window. I absolutely adore the arched window in this bedroom. I think it is really pretty and it gives me princess vibes, but I was not looking forward to having to wallpaper it. So just like the other panels, we made sure to get the top and the bottom perfect, and then I used a really sharp blade and I went so slow to just cut the shape of the arch into the paper, put some paste on the edge and just flattened it down onto the surface, and it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So the wall that we're working on now, this was the wall that had a lot of damage on it. So myself and Siobhan just patched it up as best we could. Remember, there was layers of wallpaper on this, and I love how we're sticking wallpaper back on. However, at least we stripped everything before doing it and it's perfect now. So we're sticking the wallpaper on, and I just love how it instantly hides all of the damage on the wall. I did try and get a guy out to replaster the wall, but it's really hard to get tradesmen at the moment. But I can happily report that the wallpaper has just hidden all of that damage in the wall. So here is where we are at the end of the day. All of the wallpaper is up. I still have to sort out behind Lily's door because we had ran out of paneling, so I think I'm going to just paint it or see if I can get another roll of wallpaper and paper it. I also need to paint her built-in wardrobe situation. I need to get some storage baskets. Your girl needs her canopy put up. She also needs some curtains. I still have a little bit of faffing to do. Good morning. I am in a fluster. Hang on. I'm saying, have I enough money for coffee? I do. Put that in my pocket. I'm just bringing the drill. I have to put a hook in the ceiling for Lily's canopy, which I will talk about now. So I'm like, do you know when you're like, what do I need to bring with me today? Okay, drill. I need to sand the wardrobe that's in Lily's room because there's like, I think there's wall paint on the wood. So I'm going to sand it, prime it, paint it the same color as the paneling because I have some of that paint left over. So that's one job. So I can put that there. Now the canopy. So it's like those things where you see it's like what I bought on the internet versus what it actually looks like when it arrived. So it's supposed to be a light up canopy. I was under the illusion that the canopy had lights within the fibers or something. So instead they sent lights, which I haven't plugged in yet. They might be okay. I've just realized that they're also on USB, so you will need a plug for the end. They're not 3-pin. And the canopy, well, first of all, the hoop is after, is that how the hoop is supposed to be? The hoop has come loose. So, this just looks like something you'd see in the Serengeti where you'd have mosquitoes and you'd have like a net above the bed. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is, you guys know I'm handy. If I can use this as a base, where's the front of it? So what I'll do is, I'll stick it up, I'll see what it looks like. I'll steam out the wrinkles, and what I can do is, I can buy some, like, not tulle, but I can get some fabric. I'm so sorry, my memory card was full, so I had to put in a new one. Well, for the hoop and whatever. Anyway, it's a good base, because it's a good base to start from. So I got the canopy, so we'll see. It's not exactly like the Pinterest board, but what is? And then what else did I get? Oh, I got, because Lily's new bed is smaller than what she had, it's like toddler size now. I know it extends out, but we have it on the toddler setting. I just got her a new, it's 135 centimeters, 135 centimeters times 100. So it is like big baby, small toddler. You can tell I don't have kids, I don't know. But I've measured it and it's gonna fit the bed. Also, Lily wasn't sleeping in the room while we were doing it up. The bed was there, we left a duvet on it because she was sitting chilling with us and she was popping in and out as I was doing jobs. And then I just got her a little duvet set that is the same size. I just thought this was really cute. So I just searched for, I had to get the 135 times 100 size duvet set to go on the duvet. So I just washed these last night myself here, ironed them so they're nice and fresh, and then I'll stick these on once I finish painting and I air out the room. I'll stick these on and I'll kind of dress up her bed. So today, if I can get the wardrobe painted, the canopy put up, final snaggings, I would be really happy. And then tomorrow I need to go and get curtains and a curtain pole and some baskets and underbed storage. And I will have, I'd say, the bulk, like 90% of her bedroom done. And then they can decide. I think Siobhan was talking about adding like a Billy bookcase to a corner. They were talking about storage and stuff, but I'll let them kind of mull over that. But most of my work will be done. Now I need to load up my car. Also, loving the abundance of pockets. Give a woman pockets and she will find things to put in them. I've got my rollers and my bits for today. I have my rag hanging out this one. Oh my God, give me pockets and I'm a happy woman. Got the phone in this one. Anyway, pockets give me too much joy. So this is the built-in wardrobe that is in Lily's bedroom, and this is above a stairway. So it's in this kind of awkward position. It's filling space, kind of dead space. So I kind of have to work with what I got. So it looks like it has been previously painted in a wall paint. It's half wood, the door is solid wood, and then the rest of it is MDF. So the first thing I did was give it a good clean with some sugar soap. You guys have seen me paint furniture before, so following the same steps of give it a good scrub, give it a light sanding, wipe away the dust, and I'm applying some primer. The primer I'm using is actually the Fleetwood one, but it's not the one I used on my ceiling. Remember the one I was saying that is kind of stinky? That was an oil-based one, so I'm using the water-based primer and it's much better. Doesn't have any odor like the other one that I used. So I applied a coat of primer and it was, I think, repaintable in 60 minutes. And then I went in and I applied the same colour that I used on the paneling, which is Colortrend Tumbled Marble. So it's that lovely creamy peachy pinky shade. Also, for behind the door, I had said I ran out of both things. So I had ran out of paneling and I didn't want to buy another pack because I only needed a small amount, and I also ran out of wallpaper. We didn't have enough wallpaper to do the nook behind the door, so I said the most economical option is to just paint it in the same color. It all blends in, and I had the paint in excess, so nothing went to waste. So this was the most budget friendly option, was just painting behind the door on the wall in that shade of paint. I actually had, if you remembered, I used the shade Tumbled Marble in my kitchen last year, so I had some of the wall paint left over, and then I just painted the trim in the same paint, the satin wood paint that I used on the paneling. I used a window scraper to scrape away any paint and decorating stuff that was on the floor. This was not me, this was here from previous projects in the room, and we did drop a little bit of filler when we were filling the wall, so I scrubbed the floor as best I could, just with a light scratching with the window scraper, but I had to be quite light-handed to make sure that I didn't scratch the floor. And now it was time to hang the canopy, and you know what, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to look a little bit cheap, but it doesn't look too bad. So we took a little bit of time to get the measurement right, so a bit of back and forth up the ladder, having it standing back, have a little look. Once we were happy with the position, I just drilled in a wall plug into the ceiling and then screwed in a hook, and then I was able to hang it. Show everyone your camera.
What?
Show everyone your
I don't have video on my camera.
You just show the camera, or show the... That's cute.
Wait, that camera can be the mommy camera, and this can be the baby camera.
That can be the baby camera. What do you think so far?
Yeah.
You do have video.
You turn it off already.
You were already on this one.
And I want to show it.
Tell peeps at home.
Peeps at home.
What do you like your canopy? Do you love it?
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm vlogging off my phone, which feels very weird for me because normally I have a camera, so I don't even know if I'm looking in the right place or if I'm looking at myself. That's really annoying. I'm going to fly over to B&Q because they have curtains. Lily's mum is going to IKEA today because she's doing some other stuff in their house. And I just asked her to get me some storage baskets. It saves me a trip to IKEA. I was going to get the curtains out of IKEA, but as usual, their measurements are slightly off. So I need a 72-inch drop on the curtain. And IKEA have they're either too short or too long. So B&Q have the 72-inch drop. I just checked on the website. So I'm going to get her curtain pole and her curtains over there. I think I'm just going to go with a light creamy colour. She already has a blackout blind that I have to stick back up. And then I think the curtains then in a creamy colour. Not to take it. I think if I do pink, it'll be too much. If I go with something neutral, it just gives her a bit more scope then if she wants to change the colours down the line. So that is what I have to do. Apologies for vlogging on the phone. I don't think the quality does be as good or the sound, but my camera is charging. So that is the plan. And I'm also going to get coffee. And then after going to B&Q, I'm going to the woods because I'm the sort of person, if I wouldn't even call it exercise. I just love a good little hike. But if I don't get to the woods after a few days, it's like I need nature. My garden is not enough. I need to get to the fields. I need to get to the wildflowers. I need to get to the woods. So after I get the shopping done, I'll be going to the woods. And then I'll go back and hang her curtains and then see what baskets her mum picked me up then in IKEA. Hopefully they fit. I want these rattan ones. So we'll see. If you remember when I was doing Jack's bedroom makeover, I was saying that I found it hard to find curtains, and somewhere that I totally did not think of was B&Q. And when I was out picking wallpaper, I copped that they had a really decent curtain section. So I picked up a pair of kind of beigey cream curtains that are a similar colour to the beadboard paneling that's in the room. And I also had to pick up a curtain pole. So Lily just had a blackout blind before, so we decided to go for curtains as well as a blind just to add a bit of warmth to the room. After we put the curtains up, I used a steamer to try and get out some of the wrinkles, but to be honest, I probably should have just ironed these with a proper iron on an ironing board. But I got as much as the creases out as I could, and hopefully the rest of them will fall out. I also realised when I got home that the battery pack lights came with a remote control, so my niece was having fun picking out her favourite twinkle setting. She settled on them on constant. She's not a fan of the twinkle, she just wants them constantly on. So I get that. Also, these are just some storage baskets that I picked up in IKEA. I think these are €8 each. They come in 2 different sizes. So I let my niece figure out what she wants to put in them. Here's a quick look at the before and our starting point. So as you can see, we have some grey paint and we also have some wallpaper, and that was us who pulled at the wallpaper, not my niece, because we needed to see what lay underneath first. This room is a box room. It's the smallest room in the house, and it also has some storage that is built above the stairs. So it has that awkward triangle, but underneath it is the stairs to downstairs, if that makes any sense. So we have to deal with that, and the main goal is to brighten it up, give it some personality. As you can see, my niece adores her dresses, so I want to get them out on display, and she needs some play space. So that's where we are. I'm gonna say we're 95% done. If you watched the planning video where I got Lily to kind of plan with us, on the Pinterest board there was the IKEA hack where you get this lampshade and you turn it into a hot air balloon. And as I was leaving her house yesterday, she says, the hot air balloon? And I was like, girl, you gotta just give me a minute. So I have the lampshade and I have a little basket, and I will have an attempt at doing the hot air balloon light shade hack that I've seen. You can check it out on the Pinterest board that we did, but yeah, it basically just looks like a little hot air balloon. It's very cute, and it's something that Lily still wants, so I'm gonna do it for her. If you want to see more on the process of doing the beadboard, I'll pop a link to the previous video where I did the installation of that if you want to check that out in more detail. There's also a link to the panels that I used in that video's description box then as well. I need more than tea, I need coffee. So I think I said it earlier in the video that they were thinking of doing a reading nook or something with a Billy bookcase for more storage. So I told the guys to just kind of muster over it and see. I think sometimes you can be very quick when you're doing a room makeover to just make a decision on something. But I was like, just see how Lily is using this space. She has a like doll's house and stuff, so she moved back in some of her toys. She got a little toy piano for Christmas. So I was like, see how she's using this space, and if there is room, then we can do that. I also have some shelves in my greenhouse from my old teacup wall. They're IKEA ledge shelves, perfect for like doing a little book wall. So there is definitely lots of stuff that I could still do in her room, but I'm just gonna give them a minute to just settle into the space, especially Lily, and just see what she needs tweaking and what she wants. But the bones of it, wallpapering, beadboard, the bones are looking good. She's got curtains, she's got her canopy that lights up. She's happy for now anyway. Sorry, I just spilled my tea. That happens when you're fatigued. If you are new and you've enjoyed the process so far, hit the subscribe button, stick around, check out the other videos. Regular viewers, cheeky thumbs up. Big, huge, smash the like button. And I will see you all in the next video.